So, bad monsters in Season 6. There's not many I could say that failed, like, say, Elgar. More of wasted potential. I keep skipping over lots of monsters as I look through the episodes. Okay, this guy's fine, you're not good. I don't know, for space for some reason is tough to judge. Credit to the writers in that case, even the weakest episodes monsters are average. I usually have problems with something else in the story. I think that's a testament on how good space redeemed PR in general. Every good moment I like from PR, they took all that, blended it to some good frosting here. If you have an idea or a topic you'd like me to cover, leave a comment below. I might use it in a future video.
Data scammer.
Yeah, Carlos on call. Can anyone actually say you remember this guy was in the episode? I'm so fixated on how dumb Carlos and Sylvie are, I forget there's a monster in there. I mean, he had a purpose. The goal is to scan ranger data, which helps out in future episodes, but he don't really do much. The worst thing you could do as a monster is being forgettable. I'm sorry, the whole episode fails. There's nothing redeeming about it. If you wondered why the whole photograph thing happened, this monster had the ability to take photos of the Rangers through their helmets, so he could expose their identities. That's why the story doesn't work. I think the episode was intended to use more of the Sentai footage, but they went with Sylvie, so that stuff got changed. In this case, I wish the Sentai episode was adapted 100%, then Sylvie wouldn't have been invented. Like, why not take advantage of Andros? He's an alien. His identity could be revealed and it wouldn't matter. He just goes back to the megaship. But it would restrict him to the base. That could have been an obstacle for the team to deal with in the final hours. Can't have Red on the planet, team's down a man. And it screws up the search for Corone. I think that would have been a far more worthy episode to come out of the Psycho Ranger arc.
Destructoid.
This was actually a cool concept. What if your leader hit you by mistake or on purpose? You never really think about that. Remember all the times Rita hit Goldar for his failures? What if Goldar went, screw this, and walked? Instead, we get an episode with Zane trying to date Astronema. No. This made no sense. She captured Zordon and wiped his planet out. I mean, how could Zane be cool with this? It works in other circumstances like Nadira's Dream Day because she at least didn't take over hundreds of planets and help get rid of a home planet. You can give her some leeway. But imagine if Jen tried to date Rancic. You know how many people would be going insane? Instead of a date, I think it would have worked better if Astronema had attacked Destructoid. He bails, Zane tries to reason with the monster, but it ends up as a solo monster episode where he's just fighting both sides. I really hate it when something new is actually done in a plot, and then it goes in the complete opposite direction. What's more dumb? This monster was made for in space. It had no Sentai counterpart, so there's no Megazord footage to use. They were not locked into any story. I don't even like most of the dumb love stories. It's forced. It always has the obvious conclusion. They never get the guts to pursue it.
Crockett Rocks.
You think Dark Conda would know better monsters to hire, especially with a plan like this. I didn't care for this duo. Just because these guys are crocodiles doesn't mean you can swim in space. Again with the rules and space being dumb. Ultimately, these monsters weren't needed. The episode was filled with so much stuff. The Zane power time limit, Dark Conda's plan trapping the Rangers, the Ecliptor vs. Zane fight. Why bother having monsters? Could have just been generic minions. Maybe bring in the Craterites again. They get captured, Zane saves them. Didn't need the Megazord fight. I don't think people would mind a little more Zane, especially when they planned on writing him out for a while. I would have taken episodes like this and featured him as much as I could. I really hated that with Ryan. He just turned good and we only got like 2 episodes of him being on the team. Then he goes, sorry guys, I gotta go save the budget. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Rita's telescope light ball is in this episode.
Elephant Titan.
What can I really say here? An elephant trying to knock over a building. Done. No, I'm kidding. Elephant Titan isn't junk, just disappointing. If a monster is not the main focus in the story, that's not a problem. It's pretty common for PR, but he goes too far where nothing's important. It's all about Cassie and the other guys. He doesn't talk, he's only doing one thing. For a Cassie episode, it's good. He doesn't get that many. It adapted a Mega Ranger episode that was fine, and also the guys were fun. It's a problem that doesn't happen often, like what do? You got like a nuclear bomb in a building, you need to stop it, expose your secret, or let everyone die. Kind of pointless to keep your secret if everyone's dead. This is an episode that needed US footage film. They could have expanded Elephant Titan with Carlos, TJ, and Ashley. They got sidelined in the episode too. A simple B story where the guys make devices that hold the building in place, rather than just trying to pull them off by hand. So he has to figure out ways around each device. You know, something.
Fight Wing.
I want more episodes with Bulk Skull and the Professor, but not at the cost of the monster's intelligence. This guy was sent to Earth to kill the Rangers. He stumbled onto these three stooges and he really believed they were the Rangers. It doesn't work. One, if they were the Power Rangers, there's no point of them lying and running from you. You're the monster. They have to stop you. Second, how does this even happen? Power Rangers are known around the galaxy. Granted, teams change. Monsters might only see their suits, but you think Astronomer would have their appearances on file, especially when monsters like Elgar exist. This problem even occurs in the Psycho Ranger arc. There was that episode they were trying to find them with their voices, and I'm going, why doesn't Astronomer give you a photo? That got me thinking, why doesn't one season of PR have the Rangers not show their faces to the enemy? They have to morph away from monsters, so it's a double problem they have to deal with. Hide from people and hide from monsters. They can't risk being powered down from too much damage. It would be a way to make it more difficult, like the Rangers have to swap out, kind of like wrestling. Be a good way in bringing back teleporting. Like I said, Space's monsters were flawed. They're not bad for being bad, just misused. All of them had potential to come up with something interesting, but for whatever reason, the writers decided simpler. It annoys me. I always say it's better to make an original story, don't always copy a Sentai, but we have examples like Carlos on Call messing that up. I believe Space has the most consistent monsters to date. I don't outright hate or love them without question. They fall in the middle. I'd rather have this than seasons like Ninja Steel's monsters. A lot of them had nothing going for them. What do you guys think? Am I being too mild? Was there more monsters that I should have on here? New episodes Mondays, fan commentaries Tuesdays. Next week, PR Toy exclusives that should have been in the series. If you like my content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Due to fair use abuses from the various companies, I no longer feature footage from the various episodes. Thank you for understanding. See you in the next video.